I'm coming at you live from inside the Amish-built chicken coop that I just had delivered to my property. It is an 8 by 12 foot structure. I'm going to give you guys a tour of today. I had a local Amish family build this. They do everything by hand with wood that they harvest either on their farm or at neighboring properties because they don't venture too far from their properties since they don't drive cars. Every inch of this is perfect. I'm not surprised. I had an Amish community build my barn, build my farm stand, build my bunny shed. So of course this chicken coop and run is a work of art and I want you guys to see it. I'll also point out the different specific things that I did ask for with this coop. I actually did grow up with chickens, so I'm not a complete chicken novice. I'm sure I have some things to learn. I have 6 chickens currently, and I do plan to sell their eggs at my farm stand. I actually plan to add 6 more chickens for 10 to 12 total come this spring. I do believe there is definitely a profitable potential to selling farm fresh eggs at my farm stand, since you guys know I have definitely made more money than I ever thought was possible already at my farm stand. It's tour time. Here I am inside of the coop portion. If I go down here, here's their little chicken door that leads them outside to the run. As you can see, I did have hardware cloth put on the bottom of the run so that predators cannot crawl up inside of it and eat and kill them. Since I did grow up with chickens, I know every single thing under the sun wants to eat and kill the chickens. Just when you think they're safe, they're not. Even a hawk will pick one up and fly away with it. So over here are their nesting boxes. I have to run to Tractor Supply now to get bedding for the bottom of in here and also nesting pads. They're going to go in each one of these boxes. Chickens will share boxes, so even though there's 4, it can support 8 to 12 chickens when they are ready to start laying. My chickens are only 3 to 4 months old, so they are not going to be laying, especially since it's dark and winter. They'll probably start laying in March. I wish you guys could smell the wood in here. I have to take this nail out because that is just where they had the keys hanging. I have 1 set of keys for this door, the main coop door, and then another set for the door out there. I'll show you all. And then they put in this perch for me. So cute. The girls are gonna love it. I might add in additional perches in here, but that is definitely big enough for 6 chickens easily. And then I had a matching green metal roof put on it to match the bunny shed, which is right next door, and the barn, which is right there. So everything matches. That is one of my priorities for this. This is the just manual coop door. It pulls out like this, slides down a track here. I don't want to do it right now because I'm getting ready to put them in here, but when it's time for bed, it slides down its track. Even though technically nothing can get into this run outside, which I'm going to show you. With the hardware cloth, I'm going to put a layer and then bedding on top of it so that their feet are not constantly on chicken wire. But this is so important, this cloth, because I swear everything would try and burrow into the ground under it to come up into the run to eat your chickens. So now absolutely nothing can get in here to eat my girls. The location of this coop is nice. As you can see right now, it gets, this part is south facing, so this gets most of the sunlight throughout the day, comes right into these windows, very nice and bright in here. For the girls, it'll be nice and cozy in here, and I purchased some coop heaters that I'm using with the bunnies right now, but I also have a structure for the bunnies made to bring them inside. So if it gets really, really cold out, I can put the coop heaters in here, but those chickens run hot. Like when it is 30 degrees outside, if you feel underneath their wings, they are hot, chubby, feathered little ladies. Open the door this way. It's nice and snug, which I like. This is out the back. I had the chicken coop put on a wood chip pile that was excavated and prepared by the Amish community when they built out the barn and did all the excavating on my property. Here is the adorable egg box on the outside of it. That is one of my favorite looks. Look at that. I have to take those stickers off. Look at that. And then you can lift this up manually to grab the eggs. So amazing. Grab some eggs, throw them in a carton, walk them down there and bring them to the farm stand. Perfect. So out here's the run. It has a separate door that I can open, obviously, and a separate key for me to get in here if I need to. And just to give you guys an idea, if you're thinking about having a coop built, this is what I had done again so that I don't have to bury this in the ground outside of it. I don't like the look of that. I wanted it to be cleaner looking, even though it is nice. You see it can drop. Droppings can drop down there and then I can actually get to them from the front if I need to. But again, I'm going to put a layer down and then bedding so that it's comfortable on their feet and it will make it easy for me to keep it clean. So nice, so beautiful. Everything was made by hand by 6 sons and their father, Henry. Unbelievable family. This is what it looks like. If I back it up, it was just delivered. So I'll fix all the wood chips right there. It'll settle in. It's leaning a little bit this way, so we might put a cinder block or 2 on this side if it needs to, but look at it. So beautiful. They do such amazing work. Everything they do is perfect, I swear. And this is now my 4th structure from them. They built that, and they built that. So this is my 4th structure, so I can forever attest to how genius they are at everything they build. Mind you, I brought these guys a rough sketch on a piece of paper and had like 3 directions for them, and that was all they needed to hear. You don't need to repeat yourself or go over and over and over again on something. They got it the first time, probably because they don't use smartphones, so they are not distracted on social media like I am filming right here. And one thing I love, you always know Amish construction by putting the X on the bottom of the door and not the top. It goes on the bottom of the door, and I love looking for that, and I love seeing that in all of the different Amish doors I have here now, which is quite a few. Here's the windows, which do have a screen, as you can see, for when it's hot in the summertime. If you are wondering how I got an Amish chicken coop to my property, since the Amish do not drive, there are actually shippers in this area that specialize in picking up these prefab structures from Amish families. So the guy who brought this to me actually works with 13 different Amish families in the region.
Yeah, it looks good.
And if you want to get your hands on something like this from an Amish family, they will build it for you if you arrange for the transportation. Fun fact. So if they are not in your state and you cannot live without getting something built from them, which I don't blame you, if you arrange for the shipment yourself and coordinate it, you can get your hands on this stuff. With that, I have to run a Tractor Supply to get the coop all set up for my 6 chickens. I'm very excited to be able to start selling farm fresh eggs. For everybody in the comments who keep saying that I'm not actually farming, here you go. Here's the start of my egg business here. I'm excited for it to grow. People always joke you start with 6 chickens and end up with 60. I never plan to process meat here or kill any animals here. No hate to farmers who do it sustainably. It's just not something that I plan to do at this farm. This whole property is so new that I have only had a couple months to get started with anything here, and that is why I'm taking you all along with me and being very honest about that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm trying to teach myself the art of farming, which I know is a crazy thing to probably do with no help, no prior experience doing any of it. That's how I like to live my life. So I'm going to be learning a lot about chicken rearing. I know a little bit, and I'm reading a lot of books about it, and a lot of farming and gardening and plants and animals is just common sense and actually paying attention to what everything needs. If you pay attention to anything around you, it becomes actually quite apparent what it needs to flourish and live a better life. With that, I will be back with more content about buying land, getting land loans, working with the USDA, and farming when you have no idea what you are doing. Bye!